Hey, this is Trepthesnake and this is my 5-minute video presentation of Factory Town. And by the way, please know that I stream on Twitch under the name Trepthesnake 4 days a week, so don't hesitate to stop by if you want to talk about the video a bit more. Factory Town is available on Steam as an early access game since March 12, 2019. The game has over 90% positive review on Steam, which is quite an achievement. It is developed by a single man named Eric, and I can tell you guys that he is very active. I encountered a bug at some point in the game and I shared it on Discord, and a hotfix was released a few hours later. I've seen many people describing the game as a mix of Factorio and Banished. While not as complex as Factorio or difficult as Banished, it's true that Factory Town borrows some concept of those games while retaining its own identity, which is mostly due to its light-hearted tone. So what is Factory Town? Factory Town is a city building game where production chains are central to the evolution of your town. You need to exploit resources, transform them, produce goods, and supply those to your citizens. Simply put, the gameplay loop goes like this. You assign a worker to a task, for example cutting wood. You bring the lumbers to a carpenter, who transforms them into planks, and then you bring the planks to the general store where citizens buy them. Each plank gives you coins, and those coins can be spent for recruitment, research, and building. The color and quantity of coins you receive depends on the product that you sell to the house. The more complex the product, the more coins you'll get. For example, if you bring some grain, you will get 1 yellow coin. If you bring flour, you'll get 4. As your city grows, you'll need more coins both in quantity and diversity, which in turn require you to sell more complex products to your villagers. And the foundation of all these tasks, are workers. Population management is a fundamental concept to Factory Town. An important part of the game is having the necessary resources to recruit more workers and pushing the population cap higher so you can grow your town. The worker can take the form of a simple villager or vehicles. Leveling the base unlocks storage space and buildings and increase the house cap. The higher the level, the more complex it is to upgrade, as you can see in this picture. Same for houses, as each of them increases the worker cap by 2. Like the base, you can upgrade them by spending coins and resources. As stated before, there is a research mechanic in the game. The school, where research is done, will require a special category of good called writing supplies, coins, and eventually elemental ores to progress through the tech tree. Research will generally unlock buildings, goods, logistic blocks, and so on. It's interesting to note that the better the writing supply, the faster the technology will be researched. For example, a book worth 10 sheets of papers. More precisely, a sheet of paper will require 1 unit of wood and 1 unit of water, while a book will require 4 sheets of paper and 1 unit of leather. It's obviously more difficult to manufacture and to supply consistently to your school, but in the end, it's more efficient. The challenge and hopefully fun part of the game is being able to organize and optimize your town in a way that you can sustain its growth while keeping happiness high. One of the difficulties a player will face is organizing the different routes between the resource nodes, the transformation buildings, and the different destinations. Transporting all the goods with regular workers quickly becomes inefficient. It's slower and takes up worker slots that could be used for other tasks. One of the solutions is diversifying your workforce. For example, soon after starting a game you'll have access to carts that can't work into production buildings, but can instead carry 4 units of any product instead of 1. It means that you'll be able to free up to 3 villagers so they can fill important jobs in buildings like the workshop or the lumber mill. Space efficiency is also a challenge as a town can quickly become crowded with different buildings, vehicles, chutes, and conveyors in addition of the place taken by natural resources, mountains, and water. To tackle these challenges, Factory Town features a lot of interesting ways to transport goods all over the map. Roads to accelerate walking and rolling speed, simple chutes where gravity has to be taken into consideration, conveyors that have higher throughput, pipes for fluid, and most recently rails with trains and cars. As you can guess, most of these things require to be researched and manufactured. In addition of that, logistic and logic blocks like splitters, sorters, or timer blocks are integrated into the game to give you even more flexibility in the non-ending task of optimizing your logistic network. Still about the space efficiency challenge, structural building blocks allow you to build vertically to save space, or go over certain obstacles which will create shortcuts and avoid traffic jams. An advanced town with an expanded logistic network can be quite a sight. While it can be a wonderful expression of efficiency and optimization, it can also be an unending maze of conveyors or spiraling spaghettis of chutes. And that's the battle you will fight as a player. You will try to carry as many products as you can to the relevant destinations, while making sure your town is not becoming a chaotic mess. Currently, the game features over 20 different types of resources, over 100 items, and close to 50 buildings. So as you can see, content-wise, Factory Town has a lot to offer, even in its current early access state. So it is, hopefully I informed you well enough about the game in those 5 short minutes. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.